Day 88 of our journey through the Bible. We'll let the Bible speak for itself today as we look to it as a commentary on this period of time that we've been studying. The author of the verses that I'm going to be reading from 2 Kings is probably Jeremiah. I begin with 2 Kings 17, beginning with verse 1. And this occurred because the people of Israel had sinned against the Lord their God, who had brought them up out of the land of Egypt from under the hand of Pharaoh, king of Egypt, and had feared other gods and walked in their customs of the nations whom the Lord drove out before the people of Israel, and in the customs that the kings of Israel had practiced. And the people of Israel did secretly against the Lord their God things that were not right. They built for themselves high places in all their towns, from watchtower to fortified city. They set up for themselves pillars and asherim on every high hill and under every green tree. And there they made offerings on all the high places, as the nations did whom the Lord carried away before them. And they did wicked things, provoking the Lord to anger. And they served idols, of which the Lord had said to them, "You shall not do this." There is a line of disobedience for each one of our lives. When we cross that line, God knows there is little hope of our being restored unless something drastic takes place. It is at this time that he lovingly allows the consequences of our sin to fall like bricks on our heads. I believe that's what's taking place here among his chosen people. But before he did so, he sent his prophets. This is the comment that follows in the next verses. Yet the Lord warned Israel and Judah by every prophet and every seer, saying, "Turn from your evil ways and keep my commandments and my statutes in accordance with all the law that I commanded your fathers, and that I sent to you by my servants the prophets." But they would not listen, but were stubborn as their fathers had been, who did not believe in the Lord their God. They despised his statutes and his covenant that he had made with their fathers and the warnings that he gave them. They went after false idols and became false, and they followed the nations that were around them, concerning whom the Lord had commanded them that they should not do like them. And they abandoned all the commandments of the Lord their God and made for themselves metal images of 2 calves. And they made an Asherah and worshipped all the host of heaven and served Baal. And they burned their sons and their daughters as offerings and used divination and omens and sold themselves to do evil on the side of the Lord, provoking him to anger. Therefore the Lord was very angry with Israel and removed them out of his sight. And then verse 20, and the Lord rejected all the descendants of Israel and afflicted them and gave them into the hand of plunderers until he had cast them out of his sight. We'll return to all of this tomorrow. One more scripture for today, Psalm 33, beginning with verse 18. Behold, the eye of the Lord is on those who fear him, on those who hope in his steadfast love, that he may deliver their soul from death and keep them alive in famine. Our soul waits for the Lord. He is our help and our shield. For our heart is glad in him because we trust in his holy name. Let your steadfast love, O Lord, be upon us, even as we hope in you.